If you've ever been concerned about fraud or scamming and losing a property because of fraudulent activity, I just want to share a couple things with you because I've had two experiences recently that makes me concerned that people who have property free and clear need to be aware of what the potential hazard is for them for fraudulent activity on their property, against their property. Now, one of the things that a lot of people, we've heard the advertisements to lock your title, get a lock on your title, have these companies notify you if anything changes on your title. From my experience talking with title companies, that is, putting the bodies in the ambulance after the accident. It's already occurred and there's not a lot you can do. And so let me tell you what happened a while ago. One of the first experiences I had was I had a home listed and it was free and clear, and the title company called me and they said, "Hey, have you met these sellers? Have you been to the property? Have you been to the property with the sellers?" They just asked me a bunch of questions and I said, "What's going on?" And they said, "This property is owned free and clear." And that is how a lot of fraud takes place. Is somebody will call you and say, "Hey, Brian, I want you to sell my property. This is the address. I live out of town. We'll just do everything over the phone, online, emails." And I list the property, get it sold. These people get wired the funds of selling the property, and it was never their property. They can do a number of things. They can do a quick claim deed to themselves. They can get a fake ID to be the person that owns the property. There's a number of things they can do. So anyway, I told them, yeah, I've met him, and we went through the process, got the property sold. Then I had somebody call me and say, "Hey, I want to list this property." And it wasn't a home, it was land. And we went back and forth. I walked the property, and as I got looking, I noticed that some of the property around this property had a home, a barn, and it was in the same last name, different first name. And I thought, okay, I wonder, if this was a father, son, brother, something. So I sent out a few letters to the other property owners and got a call. And they said, "Hey, what's happening? We've been having a bunch of calls from people saying, hey, they want to buy our property and it's not for sale." And so I explained to them what was happening. So the solution, if you have a property that is free and clear, my understanding of what you can do to help protect your property from a scam and from fraud is do what's called a notice of interest. Get a notice of interest filed on the title. So it's essentially encumbrances the title, a lien on the title. And you can have a family member or a close friend, somebody you trust, put this notice of interest on your property, or they can do a deed of trust. If somebody tries to do something fraudulent, the title company is going to contact you or the person who filed the notice of interest or the deed of trust, and they have to clear that encumbrance off the property before they can switch the title, record the title in the new buyer's name. So when that person is contacted, then they can let the title company know, hey, no, this property isn't for sale, and chances of tracking down the fraudulent scammer buyer are pretty thin, but at least it protects your property. So if you have a question, get a hold of me. Happy to give you some contacts for title companies. Title companies, I think, are the resource that you need to be looking to put something onto your property so that it has some type of encumbrance, and you'll be notified if somebody's trying to fraudulently sell or buy your property. So as always, I look to increase your confidence and reduce your risk. So good luck with this. Let me know if you have any questions, if I can help you, and best of luck. Take care.